Did Toyota just build a sports car disguised as a compact SUV? The 2026 RAV4 GR Sport says maybe. With 324 horsepower, a suspension tuned by Toyota's racing division, and a 0 to 60 time that beats a BMW M5 in electric mode, this isn't your typical grocery getter. Today we're taking a detailed look at what happens when Toyota's performance engineers get their hands on America's best-selling SUV. Spoiler alert, things got interesting. Let's talk about what makes the GR Sport so different. This isn't just a badge and some red stitching slapped on a regular RAV4. Toyota GAZOO Racing, the same team behind the GR Corolla and GR Supra, actually got involved here. And when they show up, stuff changes. The suspension sits 0.6 inches lower than a standard RAV4. The track is 0.8 inches wider. You get model-specific coil springs, damper tuning, a front performance damper, rear suspension cross-member bracing, and completely reworked power steering calibration specifically for sport mode. Then there's the aerodynamics. That aggressive rear wing you see isn't just for looks, it actually generates downforce, or at least reduces lift, which is basically the same thing according to Toyota's engineers. The front bumper has been redesigned with active sport ducts that help with cooling and airflow. And check out those 20-inch wheels wrapped in Dunlop SportMax summer performance tires. Wide tread, serious grip, and a clear message that this RAV4 wants to play. But here's where it gets really wild. The GR Sport is the only RAV4 trim that comes exclusively with the plug-in hybrid powertrain. No regular hybrid option here. You're getting Toyota's 6th-generation plug-in system whether you want it or not, and trust me, you want it. Under the hood, or more accurately scattered throughout the chassis, you've got a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine making 186 horsepower on its own. But that's just the beginning. The primary electric motor up front adds 203 horsepower and 201 pound-feet of torque. Another motor powers the rear axle with 91 pound-feet of twist. Put it all together and you're looking at 324 combined horsepower. That's 18 more horses than the previous generation RAV4 Prime. And it's enough to launch this 5-passenger SUV from 0 to 60 in 5.34 seconds. Let that sink in. A family SUV that runs mid-5s to 60. Here's the crazy part. In pure electric mode with the gas engine completely off, the GR Sport hits 60 miles per hour in 8.51 seconds. That makes it quicker in EV mode than a new Nissan Rogue is with its engine fully engaged. It's faster than a GMC Terrain, and get this, it's even quicker than a BMW M5 running in electric-only mode, a compact Toyota SUV outrunning a BMW M5. We're living in weird times. The plug-in system gives you an estimated 48 miles of pure electric range. That's enough for most people's daily commute without burning a single drop of gas. And when you do need the engine, the hybrid system delivers an estimated 41 miles per gallon combined. So you get supercar acceleration when you want it, and Prius-level efficiency when you don't. That's the magic of modern plug-in hybrids. Now let's talk about what you see. The GR Sport looks aggressive, really aggressive. That GR functional matrix grille up front is flanked by massive side vents. The lower bumper lip adds visual width. Piano black accents hit the mirrors and trim. And that rear spoiler we mentioned earlier? It sits tall and proud, giving the GR Sport a silhouette that reminds some people of the 2001 Toyota RSC concept. If you know, you know. Step inside and the performance theme continues. The seats are wrapped in Bryn Knob synthetic suede with Softex bolsters. Wide bolsters, by the way, to keep you planted during spirited driving. Red stitching hits the seats, steering wheel, and various interior panels. GR logos appear on the front headrests. The steering wheel is heated leather with paddle shifters mounted behind it. Aluminum sport pedals sit at your feet. And when you fire up the SUV, you're greeted with a custom GR startup screen on the 12.3-inch digital cluster. Speaking of screens, the GR Sport comes standard with the larger 12.9-inch multimedia touchscreen instead of the 10.5-inch unit found on lesser trims. This display runs Toyota's new audio multimedia system with 5G connectivity. The voice assistant actually responds quickly now. You can customize widgets on the home screen. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto come standard. And there's even a built-in drive recorder that uses the exterior cameras to capture 20-second clips of your driving events. But here's something you should know about the interior materials. They're not great, let's be honest. Hard plastics dominate the dashboard, door panels, and center console. Even on this top-spec GR Sport, You're getting materials that feel a grade below what Hyundai and Mazda are offering in this segment. The synthetic suede and red stitching help, but they can't hide the fact that Toyota prioritized other things over cabin luxury. It's the RAV4 biggest weakness, and the GR Sport doesn't fix it. Now, how does it actually drive? The chassis improvements are noticeable immediately. Turn-in feels sharper than a regular RAV4. The steering provides more feedback and precision, especially in sport mode. Body roll is reduced thanks to those stiffer springs and dampers. And those summer tires? They grip. Corner after corner, the GR Sport feels more planted and confident than any RAV4 has a right to feel. But there are limitations. The ride is firmer than a standard RAV4. Not harsh, but definitely more energetic. You feel road imperfections that other RAV4 trims would filter out. For some people, that added communication is a good thing. For others looking for ultimate comfort, maybe not so much. And while the suspension can handle spirited driving, you're still sitting pretty high with a relatively tall center of gravity. Physics still apply. The powertrain is where opinions split. That 324 horsepower delivers serious thrust. Acceleration is impressive, especially from a standstill when the electric motors hit with instant torque. But the four-cylinder engine, when it kicks in, is loud, and not good loud. We're talking agricultural, buzzy, intrusive loud. Toyota's CVT doesn't help matters. The paddle shifters try to add some engagement, but under full throttle, the system just holds the engine at 6,000 RPM, where peak power lives. Shifting does nothing. Toyota has made huge strides in reducing cabin noise compared to the previous generation. More sound deadening, improved aerodynamics, better window seals. But when you mash the throttle and that four-cylinder is working hard, it's still the weakest link in the GR Sport experience. It's quick, it's competent, but it's not particularly exciting to listen to. Charging is straightforward but not class-leading. The GR Sport gets a J1772 charging port and a 7-kilowatt onboard charger. That means a full charge from 10% to 80% takes about 4 hours on a level 2 charger. Interestingly, unlike the XSE and Woodland PHEV trims, the GR Sport doesn't get DC fast charging capability or the 11-kilowatt onboard charger. It's a weird omission on the performance model. Standard all-wheel drive comes on every GR Sport. Toyota's electronic on-demand AWD system uses a dedicated electric motor to power the rear axle. It's seamless, it's effective, and it adds genuine traction when conditions get slippery. Ground clearance is still decent even with the lowered suspension, and you can tow up to 3,500 pounds. Though let's be real, most GR Sport buyers probably aren't hauling trailers. Safety tech is comprehensive. Toyota Safety Sense 4.0 comes standard. That includes pre-collision detection with pedestrian, bicyclist, and motorcyclist detection. Lane tracing assist keeps you centered in your lane. Dynamic radar cruise control adjusts your speed to match traffic. Road sign assist reads speed limits and displays them in your gauge cluster. Blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert, and a backup camera with dynamic guidelines round out the package. So who is the GR Sport for? That's the big question. Toyota is estimating it'll cost around $54,000. That's a lot of money for a RAV4. You could get a loaded Honda CR-V hybrid sport touring for less. A Mazda CX-50 Turbo costs less. Even the Kia Sportage X Pro Prestige undercuts it. But none of those offer 324 horsepower, near 50 miles of electric range, and suspension tuning from a factory racing division. The GR Sport occupies a weird space in the automotive world. It's not a hardcore performance SUV like a BMW X3 M40i, but it's way more performance-focused than anything else in the mainstream compact SUV segment. It's quick enough to surprise sports cars at stoplights, efficient enough to run errands without using gas, practical enough to haul your family in gear, and just special enough to make you smile when the road gets twisty. Here's the thing, most people don't need a GR Sport. They'd be perfectly happy with a regular RAV4 hybrid or even a base PHEV, but there's a subset of buyers out there who want something more. People who need an SUV for practical reasons but refuse to give up on driving enjoyment. The GR Sport is Toyota's answer to that very specific ask. And honestly, it's kind of brilliant that it exists at all. Think about it. Honda doesn't make a CR-V-Si. Hyundai doesn't offer a Tucson, and Subaru dropped the Forester XT years ago. Mazda gave us the CX-50 but won't turbocharge the CX-5. Toyota saw that gap and filled it. Will it sell in huge numbers? Probably not. Will it inspire other automakers to try similar things? Let's hope so. Because the world needs more genuinely fun SUVs, even if they're still compromised by their tall, practical bodies. The 2026 Toyota RAV4 GR Sport isn't perfect. The interior materials disappoint, the engine sounds coarse under load, the price is high, and the CVT robs some of the engagement that the chassis delivers. But it's quick, it's efficient, it handles better than it should, and it proves Toyota is willing to take risks with its best-selling vehicle. That takes guts. If you're shopping for a compact SUV and you want something that's genuinely more fun to drive than the competition, the GR Sport deserves serious consideration. Just make sure you test drive it first, because that firm ride and loud engine won't be for everyone. But for those who appreciate what Toyota's trying to do here, the GR Sport might just be the perfect compromise between practicality and performance. That's our look at the 2026 Toyota RAV4 GR Sport, the first one ever tuned by GAZOO Racing, the quickest RAV4 Toyota has ever built, and proof that family SUVs don't have to be boring. What do you think? Is this the compact SUV you've been waiting for? Or would you rather save the cash and get a standard hybrid? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you found this review helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more in-depth coverage. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more content just like this. Leave a comment below with your thoughts or questions. I read every single one. And don't forget to click the bell icon to get notified about my next upload. See you in the next video.